Tyrese and I have gained closure. It took 20 plus years, but we finally got a chance to talk about what happened during the making of Sweet Lady.
Can we hear about the making of Sweet Lady?
It was simple. The record company...
I was like, is he going to just...
I need the story.
No. It's real simple.
Dangle this over our head?
The record company wanted him to do it. He did not. And I didn't know why. I found out 20 years plus later, or why he gave me a hard time. But he gave me a hard time. He stood me up the first night.
At the studio?
At the studio.
Oh, man.
And so back then, the way we did demos was on the ADATs.
No idea what you're talking about.
ADATs look like a VHS. It looks like it's a VHS, but you record music on it.
Okay, yeah. I was like, talk to me like I am the fifth grader that I am.
Imagine a cassette.
Okay, I feel you.
Plop it in, plop it
okay,
in.
you don't need to.
VHS.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
Let Troy explain it, bro.
I know he knows.
That.
I know he does.
So when you do a demo on an ADAT, you're going to have to do it over because we were on tape and we weren't in Pro Tools yet. Mm-hmm. So we was on the thick reel-to-reel. I had to redo the background vocals. And I knew that Tyrese didn't want to do the song. So I figured, well, he can do the backgrounds with me. And then the bridge was still open, hadn't been written to. So I figured he could write the bridge. Maybe, make him a part of the song. So now he'll feel differently because now he's a part of the song. So I'm there and waiting on him and still waiting on him and getting bored. So I do the background vocals to the hook. And he's still not there. So I just do all the harmonies because I'm going to do all the harmonies. It's just...
And you're bored. You're bored.
Yeah, and doing backgrounds is fun for me.
Yeah.
So he's still not there, and I get something to eat. He's still not there, and nobody's telling me anything because we didn't have cell phones and computers and all that stuff. So he still didn't come, so I decided to write the bridge and do the backgrounds on that too.
Okay.
So finally, it got late, and then I just decided, you know what, forget it. There was an industry party that was going on that evening that I knew of, and I had no plans on going because I thought I would be recording. So I said, I'll go to the industry party. I'll go to the party. I forget what party it was. Mm-hmm. So I go to the party, and I'm walking around. Who do I run into?
No.
Yeah, literally.
So I was like, yo, I was at the studio waiting for you.
Writing your song.
Oh, man. I told him I want to start tomorrow. Now, the ironic thing about this is I had a young lady coming in that I was flying in, and I was having her fly in the next day specifically because I felt like I would be done by the next day. So she'll come in and, I'll record that night and get the song done, and she'll come in the next day. So now he's throwing me off. So I can't, go get her from the airport. So because we got to do the session.
Yeah.
So my partner at the time, he goes to the airport and gets her and brings her back to the studio. And now I'm recording him, and he's just giving me the hardest time on the song.
Like, what do you mean? What's he doing?
Okay, so if you know the song is now any other day, stop. I would play it cool, stop, but I can't now, stop. That cadence, he didn't like it because it wasn't ongoing, elongated singing. Mm-hmm. It was like any other day.
It's more staccato.
I would play it cool, but I can't. He hated that. He hated that. He wanted to, now any other day, I would play it cool. He wanted to.
Okay. He wanted it just long and full.
And so he did not like it at all. We get through the verse. Now, Sweet Lady has a slight call and response. Sweet lady, would you be sweet love? It's like boom, boom. So when we got to the hook, it was too, again, controlled. He had to stay in the pocket, so he didn't like that. But then when we got to the second verse, some second verses are different. But in this case, it's the same. I got to do that again?
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. Tyrese, this is the way the song goes. I'm sorry. So meanwhile, the young lady is sitting next to me, and she had never been in the studio before. And she's just watching how difficult he's being.
She's like, "Are all studio sessions
how it
like
goes?
Well,
this is what you do?"
Well, this
is
what
crazy.
She whispered in my ear. She was like, is it hard what you're asking him to do?
Damn, that's
No, it's not.
it's actually easier.
Why doesn't he want to do it? It's a nice song.
Good question, baby.
Like, he doesn't like the song. Why? It's nice. He doesn't like it. Now, this story comes in a few parts because later on that girl would go on to be my wife, now my ex-wife. Anyway, but now, okay, so
Wow.
I was like,
Yeah,
how long
neither
she's
here nor there.
Okay. Yeah, we're not opening that door, Troy.
we don't have to go that
We don't
far.
got time for that shit. All right, this isn't that kind of podcast.
I just wanted to throw a curveball in there to say who she ended up being. But anyway, so yeah, got through that, and now it's time to get to the bridge. Remember, I wrote the bridge and everything.
Yeah, we know.
To the bridge,
and the background.
right? If you listen to the bridge, he's literally just responding to the bridge. So the bridge is the lead more so, and he's just ad-libbing. And then we get to that hook after the bridge. He has to do one more time that call and response, and then I would let him run free. So yeah, that one last ad-lib that he does at the end was one take, and that was what he wanted to do all along. So if you listen to the song, he just let it go. He been wanting to do that the whole song.
So what was his attitude towards it? Like when all things are said and done, right? Like did he finally come around?
becomes
to
a
this?
hit.
He didn't come around for a long time because when it became a hit, that means he has to sing that song every time he does shows.
all the
So
time.
he had done it for a year.
Oh,
and
he hated you, bro.
It was like, yo.
He hated Troy, bro.
And the
We don't have to
story-
put Sweet Lady in the set list, I think. We can skip that one, I think.